Josh, do you remember the show Ultimate Muscle?
Yes.
Fox Kids, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, SH Figure Arts going to pump out some toys for it.
And I think this is like a match made in heaven. I feel like.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. John, and this over here is Josh. Welcome back to our Action Figure Podcast. We're talking action figure news this week. Let's take a look. First up from NECA Friends, we are getting an Iron Maiden Ultimate Future Past World Tour action figure 2-pack.
Jeez.
76 Saturday. That's a lot of words, right? Yeah, so it's like, NECA's been doing these album covers with their Eddie figures, but they've been more static, right? Eddie from the Iron Maiden stuff. These ones are, a lot closer to action figures here. Yeah.
The previous ones were more, I would say, like in line with the 8-inch doll line. You know what I'm saying? They were more like the Bob Ross, like where they moved, but they weren't highly articulated. So maybe, these are more, not the 8-inch sizes, or maybe the 7-inch.
Yeah, for sure. And you're getting this vampire samurai thing. And this one I remember. For whatever reason, I remember this album cover or this version of Eddie. It's always been embedded in my head. The muscle, the skinless with the cybernetics in them. But yeah, for whatever reason. But yeah, you get in, elbow joints, knee joints. It's more of an action figure for sure. I'm assuming it's from Iron Maiden tour, so it looks really cool in the box art here because they're pulling from potentially that tour's art, which is well produced and stuff. But yeah, this is fun. I kind of digging the samurai. I like the samurai, but I also do like the cybernetic man.
Yeah, the samurai is really cool. Like, I just think even if you're not an Iron Man fan, it's just a cool zombie samurai type figure. Yeah. I just think it's a very versatile thing. And like you said, I just feel like they upped the ante with these Iron Man figures. Mm-hmm. They were always kind of more, I feel like a gimmick for music collectors, so like people that are not really into collecting action figures, it's kind of just like a little piece for them. Whereas I feel like this is more kind of for action figure collectors.
100% agree with you. Yeah, definitely agree with you. All right, let's jump over to McFarlane Toys. We're getting the Freddie Mercury Music Maniacs 6-inch limited edition action figures for $25.99. So this is the Music Maniacs, right? We talked about some previously. And, it's McFarlane, right? NECA's also doing some musicians, right? They did Bon Jovi, which looked incredible. Here we're getting McFarlane dipping their toes into this. Now, one thing I didn't know before, these are actually 6 inches. McFarlane are doing these figures at a 6-inch scale, not the 7-inch scale that they're normally doing.
So that makes sense because if you see that weird T waist joint, the Batman the old Adam West Batman
the retro
stuff.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the retros, those are actually 6-inch scale and they run that same really bad T waist joint. So that makes sense. And it's so weird why I feel like he maybe, I don't know, he just, when he drops that 1 inch, he feels like he goes to this worse, older kind of joint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever reason he jumps back to this different articulation. Yeah, interesting for sure. There's Freddie Mercury. I think they did him dirty, I'll be honest, man. His face looks like he's concerned, and I think they jutted his teeth too much forward. Yes, Freddie has an overbite. That's true, but it's not too all the way out there. I don't know.
Yeah, the teeth look a little like buck teethy, like SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? And then the waist joint is just atrocious. It's just terrible. But I mean, I'm gonna assume this is gonna be what, $25?
Yeah, 25.
So yeah, it's hard not to blame them. It's a $25 figure. You're getting a nice I feel stand with that microphone is cool, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
And Figure Arts did make this exact version already, and it is yeah.
All right, but we're also getting Slash from McFarlane for $25.99 as well. And here is Slash. This looks a little better, I think. This definitely looks like Slash for one.
Nose and the lips for sure. They executed the big lips and the big nose,
Yeah. And the guitar looks good too. A little Les Paul there, Gibson. I think that looks really good. A lot better than the Freddie, but you're covering the eyes, you're covering most of the head.
And even covering the ugly waist joint. This one looks way better. And even though it's probably not it's the same quality, it still has that ugly waist joint, but it's just covered up because of the long shirt, and it's not the tucked in shirt like Freddie, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So this one looks a lot better, I feel like.
I agree with you. All right. Next up, we're getting an Amazon exclusive here, a glow-in-the-dark edition of the Batmobile from Schumacher's Batman. This Batman Forever, I think. But yeah, man, this is cool because this tells me that they're gonna hopefully start doing some more of these glow in the darks on the normal figures, right? If they're doing the cars, why not do the figures themselves as well? We just got to get the first wave out first.
Now, the non glow in the dark version was that one with red.
I think it was just white.
It was just white. I feel like the toy that we had red. Was it?
It was blue.
Okay, then you make a blue one and a red one now.
Yeah, but it does also come with Alfred as well in that. It's just a repack there. Just getting that different glow in the dark version there. All right, let's jump over to Marvel Legends. Big news, my friends, from Marvel Legends, and kind of gets me some hope for some future waves of this property of this movie. Marvel Legends dropped this full wave here of Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, just the Spider-Verse trilogy of movies. We don't have the third one, but yeah. But Spider-Man 2099 getting a re-release here. I mean, this thing sold, right? This thing went out of stock super quick. I mean, it was for Marvel Legends, it was a good figure for them, But the difference
especially
here,
because especially because the figure arts one was like exclusive and like $110, $115. Whereas like, yeah, that one had a better silhouette, but like this one wasn't bad,
It wasn't bad, right? Yeah, it wasn't bad. But the cool thing here is they're adding Miguel's face sculpt to this one. So coming back around, doing it right by the fans here. I think this one looks good. And I'm glad that we're getting the face.
I'm glad, but I feel like they do this twist too many times where I believe it's intentional. And it just comes across like Hasbro money grubbing, right? They did this with the No Way Home 3-pack. They've done this with several other different figures where they released a figure and then they make you buy another figure because you want the alt head. Because it is, I feel like, a nicely sculpted head. Sorry, guys. Another complaint, though, I think they got the skin tone wrong. Like, he's not Caucasian. Yeah, he's not Caucasian. He's tan. And if you look at the figure arts version, is a tan skin. And so figure arts definitely is more accurate in that regard. So, yeah, it's way too white. Because he's Hispanic, Yeah.
It's Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah.
I agree. Here's a comparison of the new one on the left here and the previous one that was released, the first wave. So slightly darker blues. You're not getting the cape, but you are getting the head. They kind of fixed some things.
I don't know. I don't know actually which color I like. Which one do you like? Because I feel like they both work, and I don't feel like one's either inaccurate or not. Because I feel like just because the lighting was so crazy in that movie, I don't know. I feel like I like both.
For me, I like the lighter blue. That's just a personal preference for me. But the darker does work.
And I think the darker is more like accurate to how he appears in comics and video games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, he is a lot darker in that. And I also feel like the torso is a lot better proportion in the second one, in this more recent release.
For sure. The biggest thing is the trap muscles. The trap muscles are no longer straight. The trap muscles are now angled up, which actually, I didn't actually realize that when I first saw this, I was like, I thought they were just reusing the mold. I didn't think that they actually went and redid and fixed those trap muscles, because that's honestly what kind of made that silhouette of the original release kind of look funky,
boxy.
Just like it didn't look right. And that's cool. And I bet you can even like put the web, if you want the cape, you can probably put it on the other figure as well. So it's like,
that's true.
You have both pieces now. You have the head, you have the web. And you can make your ultimate Miguel.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I've taken a step back from Marvel Legends, and I don't know, I kind of feel good about getting the second one. The first one I wanted just because I liked the character, but it had its issues. But getting that second one here with the head sculpt, the better proportions, darker color blue, I'm digging, man. It's kind of nice not having to like have that urge to be like, oh, I got to get that one. It's nice being able to like sit back and wait a little bit.
And no, but seriously though, props to them to actually not just reusing it. Like, I cannot believe that they fixed those traps, because I'm looking at it and everything looks exactly the same. Even the tiny sculptural details like on the red print, it's literally just the traps.
Just that piece there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's everything you're getting him. You're getting the masked version, unmasked, and 2 sets of hands. All right, there's the box art in that classic Across the Spider-Verse case. Next up, they're jumping back to Into the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales from #1 from the first movie there, when he's got this full suit, right? He's just in the all black. He spray painted a spider on that Spider-Man suit. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like that they're going back to that first movie. I'm happy with my original Spider-Man and Miles Morales with the jacket and the Nikes. But this is cool. This is a nice addition to that.
Yeah, it's definitely a whole. I feel like, because kind of both looks are iconic, because the shorts and the hoodie and the Jordans. It's like you love that look, but then to get the definitive final ending look is really cool. And I think a good head sculpt like that looks like the animated, and he's like the young. He doesn't really have like the flat top It's like just like
yeah.
the shorter hair. Yeah.
Little throwed out hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that this is cool. And again, I'm happy that they're going back to that first movie. Here's Miles Morales in the packaging and everything you're getting with him. 2 sets of hands, 2 different head sculpts there. Next up, our boy Pietro, SpiderMan India, right? Coming in hot off the heels of the SH Figure Arts one. And it's tough to compare those two, I understand, because like you're getting a lot more sculptural details.
Oh no, what are we doing here? We're here to compare them, baby. We'll factor in the price.
Okay, but I mean, you're getting a lot better details. I think they did the skin tone better on the SH Figure Arts, but that's just me. I think the golds are better on the SH Figure Arts, but this one isn't bad. I mean, it's cool that I'm happy that we're getting this in the line.
Yeah, it's definitely a good, cheaper alternative. And you're right. The skin tone is too red. It's like way too red.
Almost going to orange, you know?
Yeah, like it should be more, I don't know, maybe it's the lighting, because here it kind of looks better, but in some of the pictures, it looks really red. And you're right. It's just, even though this is a $25 figure, just looking at like Miguel's suit, Spider-Man's suit, you can see they add sculptural overlays even on those figures, but on this one, for some reason, he didn't get those details. It's kind of very smooth. And so that's why, even though this is a $25 figure, I feel like just comparing it even to the other figures in the wave is still kind of subpar from those.
Yeah. And I think just the gold too, it's like a yellow orange, you know, instead of that like
it's probably that like marbly plastic that they use, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, that's true. But cool that he's in the line. Love it. 2 sets of hands, his little web slingers, and 2 different head sculpts. Getting good, dude. All right. Next up, from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, again from the first movie, we're getting Peter B. Parker, right? The good-looking one, the
Chris Pine Spider-Man.
The Chris Pine man, right? Miles Morales is Spider-Man. And this is cool, getting the animated, the Spider-Verse animated version of Spider-Man in a clean outfit here with the blonde hair on Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like thinking to myself, like after they finish this trilogy, it would be even cool to get like a prequel Spider-Man movie, but of this Spider-Man, you know, like in Prime Spider-Man.
Just Prime.
Yeah, that would be sick. And then it would make kind of like that death in the first movie like even hit harder, you know?
Harder? It already hits hard, dude.
If I was saying you had a solo movie, because it would be cool to get like that. Because you know it's been a successful franchise. I bet they'll do something beyond this trilogy, you know.
Beyond the trilogy, we'll see.
Yeah. One only thing, you know, is just the lack of the web lines, you know, and it's featured in the show. I mean, not in the show, I mean the movie, and it just comes off looking like cheap plastic to me.
Okay.
Because of those, like I feel like if they would have added that black, because if you look at those 5 POA Spider-Man Into the Spider figures or any Spider-Man figures they have like in the aisles and toy aisles that are more directed for like 10-year-olds, they look like this, right? Because they're from a cheaper price point, so there's less paint apps. I feel like at this price point that's more directed for adult collectors, we need to get those black lines. Yeah,
get those black lines. All right, but there's Peter. There's everything you get within 2 different head sculpts and 2 sets of hands. Yeah, there's the Peter B. Parker, looking good.
And are they just like reusing some of the parts from?
Correct. So like that would be the uppers. That's like the
from
top,
the sweatpants one.
Yeah, top from the sweatpants part, and I think they did do. Maybe they did. I can't remember. But definitely the top torso. That is from the sweatpants version, which is also unlined web lines.
So. Yeah, that one same issue. Yeah, same issue.
All right, let's get into the heat. What everyone's going to be getting. I know for a fact everyone's picking this one up.
For sure, because it hasn't been touched, right? Yeah.
No one's done it. And it was such a cool cliffhanger. Such a cool aesthetic, right? Getting Miles as the Prowler. I think this one's Miles B. Morales or something, like Miles J. Morales, something like that, right? The initial's just different with this alternate version, but this looks great, dude. I love this, man.
Yeah, the head sculpt looks good. Like that looks almost, I feel like, even better than the other Miles we're getting in this wave. I feel like this Miles even captures the look even better. And I love the brown kind of rusted paint that you're getting on those claws. It adds a lot.
A little bit of detail there, yeah. And he's got like cybernetics throughout his whole suit too that are painted. I love that. Just kind of, because to me, when I first saw this, I was just like, you know, it's just kind of like spray painting, right? You just get like messy sometimes because it's paint, aerosol paint, and those little techno pieces that are in those like turquoise and the reds and purples just pop on that, just like that paint that would. But yeah, man, removal of the backpack too. I dig this.
Yeah, this will satiate us for a little bit. So hopefully, you know, the imports like Mayfex can come in, because I feel like this one has to be done like at the higher end.
To.
Yeah.
especially if depending on his role in the third movie, like
Oh, it's
we'll
gonna
get
be big. It's gonna be big in third.
we'll get an import version of this for sure. But for right now, this looks good. I'm excited. Miles G. Morales, that's his name, Miles G, because he's an OG. All right, next up, we're getting Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen with Lila. That's of course Spider-Man 2099's AI.
And that's such a great accessory. Like it's also a sizable accessory. Like I feel like a good inclusion because it just adds to your Spider-Man, like your Spider-Verse shelf.
I also like that they added it with Gwen because Gwen previously came with Spider-Ham in the first wave. So
yeah,
she's the one that gets the little characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this. Love that she's wearing the Converse shoes instead of the ballet slippers. The new hairdo, the new little purple paint apps on her. It's just it is from the show.
And I believe this is all new because the original Spider-Gwen from Into the Spider-Verse just reused. They actually just straight up reused the comic Spider-Gwen and then just added head sculpt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so it was a comic body mold. So that was kind of like people's complaint with it was it didn't really match the aesthetic of the other characters because they elected to just get away with using that body, right?
Yeah.
And so this is kind of the first time they're actually getting a Gwen that has like that
Spider-Verse look, right?
Yeah, that Spider-Verse like aesthetic.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I dig it. Again, I love that the Converse, those are nice. That's what she wears. She doesn't wear those bellies. All right. But there's everything you're getting. You're getting the two different head sculpts, Lila, and the two hands. Excuse me, two sets of hands.
I feel like what's also, I don't know because I'm trying to look at myself, I can't really see it that good, but I feel like the SH Figuarts Spider-Gwen from Beyond Spider-Verse didn't have this purple and blue hair. Did she color her hair like within the movie? I can't remember.
I think she did.
So yeah, because I think the Figuarts just has the basic, pink one. And so this is actually a kind of a new like rendition of it. It's like really different from the Figuarts, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good addition. But next up, we're getting a Hobie Brown from his actual universe. So this is what he would look like in his normal universe. I love that we're getting the head sculpt of Hobie. The previous Spider-Punk did not come with that. But this is basically, from what I can tell, a repaint of that Hobie with the Hobie head.
Exactly. And this one is like not a slap in the face because you get the extra head.
Yeah, you get the actual skin tone head.
Yeah, so this one's more of like, I feel like more on par with like what Figuarts does, where it's like a bonus to elevate your other figures because it's like you're getting both head sculpts. So this does help because it's not like, I mean, you're still getting forced to buy another figure to complete your other figure, but still.
I mean, it's basically the same situation as Spider-Man 2099, but I think I like this character more, so it feels better.
Yeah, it just helps. It just helps. It just helps that it's like it helps the other old figure. You know what I'm saying?
At Miguel also would do that though.
Yes,
so it's just that you like this guy more.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I think it's different in my head because you're getting the same head sculpt but painted differently, whereas the other one you're getting that's the only way you can get the head sculpt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird, but you're right.
Regardless, love this. I love that we're getting that little addition there. Love that we're getting a universe accurate version of Hobie. Hobie's a standout, man. I love this character. I love this guy. Can't wait to see what that team does in the next movie. So,
and honestly, I was looking at somebody posted a picture of the Figuarts version with the Marvel Legends, and to be honest, the Marvel Legends is pretty on par. Like I would say, if you had to get a Figuarts between Hobie and SpiderMan India, definitely go SpiderMan India. Like I feel like this Hobie is really good. Like,
what's the height wise on those two?
Pretty similar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, maybe I go with the Spider, because Spider-Punk actually just came back in stock. The first release came back in stock because of this wave getting reissued. So
really? Yeah, I saw them and I was just like, I think I might pass on the Figuarts because I feel like the Legends is like good enough, especially when I saw like this head sculpt, because like I was gonna get the Figuarts for the head sculpt because the Marvel Legends lacked it, but now that this is coming with the skin color head sculpt, like it's like
it works.
$25 is $25.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's cool. All right, but there's Hobie. There's everything you're getting with him: hand, guitar, and that skin color head. All right, yeah, dude. What do you think of this wave? If you had to pick just one? What's the standout for you?
It's just bias. I know it's bias. It's got to be the Miles Morales G Prowler, just because it's something we've never gotten from anybody, or at least I don't have like figures, but like something I haven't seen before that's coming from this universe. And so yeah, that one for sure. And hopefully now we get more of those villains from both those movies.
Exactly, man. We need some of the villains. And for me personally, I need an SPDR with Penny Parker, man. Call it deluxe. I don't care. I just go back
Yeah,
when we finish the team.
dude. Especially if they did Spider-Woman, Cyborg Spider-Woman, who was in the film for like 2 seconds. Like that thing was, I think, retailed for $45 or $40. It was an expensive figure. So if they can like do SPDR as like $45 figure, like I feel like they could make it good for that price point for $45, So it's ridiculous that we don't have that, but they gave us Cyborg Spider-Woman, which is a crazy good figure. Like it's actually ridiculous how much effort and sculpted detail that they put on that figure for how little it appears in the film.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm happy to see that we're going back to Into the Spider-Verse, get some villains from there. Give me a deluxe Kingpin too, right? I want him to fill the package. Fill the package with that.
I don't even care if it's 5 POA.
Yeah.
Just a brick.
Just fill the package with that Kingpin, man. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and wrap up the Spider-Man reveals, man. Really, really great stuff. I love this movie too. It's just such a fun property, and it's hot. So right on, Marvel Legends. All right, let's jump over to Jada. Just want to do a quick update. So, got the prices for the Attack on Titan. This sucker is going to be $20 online, $17 in stores.
That's such a smart strategy that I didn't even think about. Because if you think about how toy companies work, like I heard Todd McFarlane talking about this, how like deals are made off of how quickly things move off the shelves, like at brick and mortar stores like Target and Walmart. So if they're having a lower price point, incentivizing people to go and pick up the figures from the store, then those retailers are going to be like this. Holy crap! Jada Toys is killing it. They're moving product. Exactly. Give them more aisle space because they're moving. They're moving the product.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would assume they're taking a hit, but maybe in the long run they're like, okay, this is actually going to pan out for us because we're kind of new in this game, in the 6-inch game, right? We need to get more cred, and so it could work.
It's a gambit for sure, and I think it's going to work. I think this works, dude. I'm going to a Walmart, a Target to pick up an Eren Yeager for $17. Yeah, with ODM gear. Oh yeah,
it's ridiculously priced. Like I cannot believe, like it I almost started to feel like $25 was like, okay, that's just the times we're in. It's normal now.
Yeah.
But seeing this, it's like, no, maybe Hasbro is actually just being greedy, because now of course I think Hasbro is still like better plastic quality and all those things. We'll see, but still, for $17 with the amount of accessories you're getting, and not only that, but shout out that they're even giving faceplates that not even the imports have. So when he Titan shifts, right, and he has the blood,
yeah,
like the attachment, the ligament attachments rip, not even the Figma had that faceplate.
Oh wow.
So like, yeah, that's crazy that they're even adding, and I feel like that's a really essential faceplate to have.
Yeah, it happens a lot. And shout out Toying Around. He did a review on the San Diego Comic-Con version of this, where they came with the soft goods. But the way the faceplate system works is exactly like SH Figure Arts. So you take the top hair piece out, pop the head out, face out, pop face in, pop the top hair piece in. It looks clean. It's like the Cowboy Bebop figure, or like the Goku figure.
Yeah, like all imports, like all figures and figures kind of run that same
system. Model. Yeah, so it's really cool that they're bringing that in, because just makes the hair look seamless.
Yeah, my only complaint would be is they got the color of his shirt wrong, right? The brown, like, yeah, I would say even the brown is a little too dark, but I'll give him that. Like, if you want to make that dark brown, that doesn't bug me too much. But the shirt is not that mustard yellow. It's like it's like an off tan. It's like an off white.
Yeah, it's a tan. It's like a light tan. Yeah.
Even the picture on the box art to me is darker than what it appears in the anime from my memory. So that's the only complaint. The shirt and the jacket, maybe the colors are just a little off.
All right. There is an update on the total anime from Jada Toys. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see. All right, let's take it over to Black Series. Shout out Yak Face, giving us a little bit of a comparison here of the 3-pack Darth Maul with Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, and the Sith Speeder Darth Maul. Variation on the underskirt piece because he has to sit, right? That's kind of how they did with the Hawkeye and his speeder and his little bike flying thing as well.
Yeah, that is cool. And it's kind of funny because I was like, I pre-ordered the Duel of Fates 3-pack, right? And then I ordered the Sith Speeder, and I was like, dang it, I was only buying the Duel of Fates 3-pack for
For
the Darth
Maul.
Maul because
Yeah.
the Maul was the only kind of updated version because the other kind of were non. But then now it's like, okay, whatever, they're different.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I got both now.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Yak Face. There's that comparison though. All right, let's take it to SH Figure Arts. They're doing like a little accessory pack for your One Piece figure here for Monkey. You're getting all the extra, like, stretchy stuff that you get.
Yeah, his stretchy powers.
So I think that's great. I think that's fun. One Piece has that versatility to warrant these, and just to kind of build up your poses, build up your display, just to make it real fun, man.
And that multiple fist effect with the stand, oh man, that's like just like how it's from the anime, when because he's punching so fast that it looks like it's like there's like 5 fists at the screen. So these look crazy, man, just like from the anime. You're gonna be able to recreate so many scenes.
Yeah, love it. And it's just gonna be an accessory pack, so you don't have to buy an additional Luffy. You can just buy the pack, and if you have one, you got it.
They're actually already like coming out with like a new Luffy. Like it's basically gonna be like a Goku situation where there's just gonna be infinite Luffys.
It's the shonen, right? You pick your main character and just reproduce them. All right. They're also giving us a Godzilla -1 Godzilla in his heat ray activation mode. So big old thick boy here in that purple glue where he's about to blast his atomic breath.
Yeah, it looks like he's just, getting ready for bed, pop some Crest toothpaste and brush his teeth. He's just got his toothpaste in there.
He's like, give me a second.
Yeah,
it's kind of spilling over, but I think it looks good. And I love that you're getting the prototype or the plane that gets flown in the movie as well.
Well, that's neat. That's really neat.
Just a little one, just to kind of go along with your -1 Godzilla. All right.
Yeah, and the translucent is really working. Like I think it's picking up the light, even on the blast effect. Like it looks like it's glowing.
Yeah. No, I think they did a good job on this one. For as much as a repaint it is, I think it's fine. All right, Josh, do you remember the show Ultimate Muscle?
Yes.
Fox Kids, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Netflix is making a new show of it. That's like the perfect origins arc or whatever. And well, SH Figure Arts going to pump out some toys for it.
And I think this is like a match made in heaven. I feel like figure arts aesthetic and just like how much articulation they can pack on, naked wrestlers, naked fighters, is it going to be good?
Yeah, I think it's great, Greg. Really, really kooky characters on this show. Lots of weird, like there's a lobster guy. I mean, right here we got a beaver guy.
I need that beaver guy, and I need that sexy little goat.
Demon goat, yeah, like little
Demon
goat. So I'm really excited that they're bringing this show back for one. But SH Figures is giving us the action figures, man. It's just the cherry on top, man. I love it. Along with that, though, they're also re-releasing their stage, I guess they call it their ring to go along with their fighting or wrestling anime. And this is cool because you get the chairs, but you do have to buy 4 to make a ring.
Yeah, I feel like, just trying to help toy community. It's going to be expensive because it's an import, because it's figure arts. And like you said, you have to buy 4. Like, honestly, to get the same effect, you could get like the Mattel's WWE rings. And I feel like you could get that same effect at a much cheaper price. And honestly, those even have lights sometimes. And those are really cool. Like, I've been honestly very interested in even getting one of those WWE kind of rings. And
folding chairs, you can get those super cheap on Amazon, Etsy. People sell folding chairs.
There you go.
Like crazy. Yeah. Like,
yeah. So while this is cool, I mean, the only thing I would add is that the benefit with this is that it has the armature ports, which like the WWE version wouldn't. So that would help with like displaying purposes. But I mean, you can just add like a clear stand with the base on the WWE and it's the same effect, right?
And what about that top rope? The top rope.
Yeah, but yeah, no, like it's cool, but I just think
there's just alternatives.
Cheaper ones. Yeah.
So shout out Kinukuman, I believe is the Japanese name, but Ultimate Muscle is how I know it. I can't wait to see what the Netflix show does. This is gonna be fun, dude. All right, and the last little teaser from SH Figure Arts. We've seen the prototype of this figure without the articulation cuts or whatever. But here is Nosferatu Zod. So they said details coming soon. So I can't wait until we get the full reveal. Love that he's able to cross his arms. I'm pretty sure that's probably a port-in piece like the Piccolo.
Yeah, it is. There's no cut. There's no cuts, and like it's impossible to get that with like
that's
an actual
impossible.
articulation. Yeah.
So
yeah. But they're honestly
about that.
They're a master at making those now, and like I feel like they were the pioneer.
Making those ports. Yeah.
Even like Figma now is like starting to do some of these, but they were like the first ones when they did that Piccolo, and like it's even actually on the original Piccolo. Like the very first Piccolo has that.
Yeah. Oh, it's sick. So we'll see what this full reveal of Nosferatu Zod comes out here. Hopefully, maybe in a couple weeks.
And that's got to be expensive though, because that's a big boy.
He's gonna be a big boy, but I mean,
because what's crazy is
he's gonna be a big boy.
And honestly, the Berserk figures even run more expensive. Like I feel like Guts is like $190, and that's just Guts. Like this Nosferatu
version, yeah.
This is probably gonna be like 150.
We'll see.
Because he's got to be big.
He's gonna be tall. He's gonna be tall. Girthy too. It's a lot of fun.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. $150 easy.
All right, we'll see. Let's jump over to Haya. We're getting an exquisite basic Kong from Godzilla New Empire, and here is Haya's version of that figure. And it's, it's the older Kong. I love the little grays that we're getting in the beard and the face as well. And for me, what I'm looking at here is just kind of the plating, how they're getting away with the articulation. And it looks pretty tight to me. It looks pretty good.
It looks tight, and it looks like it has a lot of range. Like, I think I have SH Figure Arts one, but I feel like they executed the face sculpt. To me, the likeness is better than the Figure Arts version. Like, I feel like the Figure Arts one was always a little bit off. Like, it was good. This one, though, now I know this one is based off New Empire, but I feel like this one looks exactly how he is in New Empire. At $50, it's fair price. I might have to get this just to compare it, but I think this one might be better than the Figure Arts.
I think so too. I want to get this one from New Empire. One, it is a different look, right? He is a little older, but you're getting 1, 2, 3 head sculpts, man. You're getting the pensive look, the screaming one, and then the snarl head sculpt. Love that, dude. And also the damaged hands after he gets frozen by Shimu, right? This is cool. And I really do want to try out Haya toys, so just more reason to do it.
Yeah, I chose them. For my Shimu I chose them. I didn't go Figure Arts. So yeah, we'll see how it comes.
Yeah. Disappointed they don't come with, his robotic arm, but that's probably gonna be a second version, right?
Deluxe with what's
little baby Como name? Or Kumo, I can't remember. Is that Mini Kong?
I think it's cool. Yeah, dude, deluxe, like do an $80 deluxe with Mini Diddy Kong and the fist.
Here he is running, and I also wanted to just give a shout out to Haya, man. They've really been hitting it with these Godzilla figures, except for this one. This one is the PVC statue, so ignore that one. But you got the skull crawler from what was it? Godzilla versus Kong. You got Godzilla versus Kong here. You got Shimu, Ghidorah, and there's your evolved Godzilla as well. So, man, just cranking out those figures, man. I love it. I've been enjoying Haya.
Skull crawlers, which Figure Arts have not done yet.
Yeah, so it's been fun seeing what they've been putting out. Here's just a better look at him and all the accessories that he's coming with, man.
And to be honest, I feel like he looks even better in these photos than those like with the backdrop, because I feel like the backdrop was kind of washing out a lot of the paint detail. Like you can see, there's like washes and dry brushing going on. Like it's not in the pictures, it kind of looks like it's just like a solid plastic, but it's not.
Yeah, it's a lot more paintwork here. Like again, the graying in the beard that he has in his fur overall. Okay, let's take it around the net, friends. First up, Revel Tech Amazing Yamaguchi. And you can see the amazing Yamaguchi in this one for sure.
Yeah, it's good though. And I think this is a match made in heaven, because with Street Fighter, with fighting games, like a lot of it is kicking. Huge high kicks, uppercuts, right? Huge high kicks that I feel like, yes, Figure Arts are highly articulated, and Jazzwares runs like a cheaper price point, so we can't really like judge them for that. But I feel like with Amazing Yamaguchi, the amount of articulation that you get on these figures is made for, I feel like, for these fighting game figures, because you're going to be able to get like the freaking high kicks that Chun-Li does.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And interesting thing too here, look at their knee articulation that they did. It's like a piece that goes down and then a second piece back there. It's interesting because it's a little off center, right?
It is off center. They moved it. It's something they've done before, like with the Wolverine, the Deadpool. And it's like something that it's so weird, because the earlier Amazing Yamaguchis are like that, where like when you bend the knee, like literally a freaking cap comes up, right?
right.
And that's just been part of their aesthetic. But then, like if you look at the My Hero Academia Mirko figure, that one was like, it's Amazing Yamaguchi, but it doesn't even look like it. Or the Toga from My Hero. Toga and Mirko, like they look like Figmas to me. And it's weird how they're like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, are they sticking with their thing, or are they not?
They change it, yeah.
Yeah, and they're going back and forth now. It's weird.
It could be that this was started, prior to the change, and the other ones were started later. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But it looks really good though. Like, I'm excited.
It does, yeah.
The figure arts one is good if you like a cleaner look, but this one's gonna have more articulation, you know.
Oh, so much more. All right, let's take it over to PC Toys here, giving us a 1/12 Lizard Man. Lizard Man. This is cool. This is good. Again, to go along with your No Way Home figures, just getting, Dr. Connors here.
Yeah, the Doc Connors head sculpt, it looks good, but it also kind of looks off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
I feel it.
the eyes are like buggy or the nose is too big, but it still looks good to me. The lab coat is nice, and I don't know. I feel like because he's the lizard, the ab crunch is kind of a deal breaker for me, just because I
Without it,
need
yeah.
lizard
Okay.
like to be hunched over, and I just wish they would have added like a ball joint in there, you know,
Something.
not just a
Okay.
solid piece.
It is an interesting choice for sure because you're getting articulation everywhere else. So
I mean, not good, right? Because it's all you can see. It's single knee, single elbow. Like it's not anything crazy here.
right, yeah, you're not gonna get him in pose. Like you're gonna get him in the standing pose mainly, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just PC Toys Lizard Man. If you're into it, you're into it.
Hasbro, get on this, man. Get on this, because
I mean, they gave us that Doc Ock, right?
That Doc was fire, dude. That thing is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
like they got to make more.
And then their Green Goblin was, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we'll see what else. All right, last little thing here I wanted to throw in. I love this game. It Takes Two. It's a really fun cooperative game. Really good twist on it because like you have to help each other. There's no way. There are some like speedrunners that
like Unravel too.
Yes, but funnier and better, actual dialogue. Unravel 2 doesn't have any dialogue.
No.
But this one, like, it's just more fun, I think. Funnier, for sure. But this company called Pop Art with Gong and Hazelight. Again, I'm not exactly sure who's the manufacturer, who's the distributor, but I saw this on my feed and I was just like, oh my God, dude. Love this figure, or love this property. Cool that we're getting these figures because they are like figures in the game, right? One's a potato figure and one's like a little wooden doll that was made. But just incredible soft goods is one thing that I wanted to shout out here. It's it looks stitched. They pulled it off really, really well to get that fabric to do that. And they're articulated, man. I love it.
And articulated to the max. Like it has ridiculous articulation, I feel like. And the wood grain effect I think is really selling. Like I feel like I can see, some grains, and the hands and the elbow joints, they're not like perfectly rounded, right? You can see there's like some bumps and ridges. And so it looks, and the soft goods.
Insane.
I don't know. I actually really like, even if you're not a fan of the game, if you just like toys, these are amazing toys.
Yeah, and the cool thing here, you're getting May and Cody at a 1-to-1 scale from the game, so they're going to be about 9 inches tall. So like they're bigger figures. 3 additional inches from what we were used to. So they can just pack in that detail, man, because it looks incredible. Now they do come with a price tag of $115 each, but I mean, I think it's warranted, dude. I don't know about you, but I was astonished by the soft goods.
Yeah, because it looks like a hand done crocheting, right? So
yeah,
that takes time. Yeah. So no, yeah, the soft goods and the articulation, and like you said, these are bigger figures. Like this is not a 6-inch figure. So I think $115. Yeah, that's pretty ballpark price. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Plus, it's also like, especially like I'm thinking back when last week we talked about, the 1000 Toys Hellboy figures where those were like 150, right? And you also have to think like, because it's a smaller market, they have to make more per figure, right? It's not like a Spider-Man figure where they can sell 1 million Spider-Man figures. It takes 2 figure where they might sell a couple thousand.
That's true.
They got to make more than the Spider-Man figure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll go ahead and wrap up our show this week, friends. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to be talking about our pick of the week. What do you think, Josh? What is your pick this week? I'll run it.
Good week. Let me see it. Let's see. Good week. We had a very good week.
I mean, Marvel Legends came out swinging with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I feel like those are always going to be hits just because those movies are so good.
I'll be honest. They're too shiny and they come off cheap. It's kind of the same issue I had with the last wave, but they are. It's just what they are. I think it takes 2 figures.
Yeah,
it takes 2 figures on my pick of the week. Yeah, like I think that crocheting is ridiculous. the articulation is really good, and the wood effect is nice.
Yeah, no, they are very beautiful figures for sure. I think it's fun. All right, for me, I'm gonna give it to Miles G. Morales. That thing looks fun First time we're getting it. Just a cool aesthetic, man. Just that like Prowler Miles, dude. So cool. All right. Well, friends, let us know down below your pick of the week. We'd love to hear from you. Friends, thank you all for tuning in. Again, appreciate all the support, comments, the likes, the subscribes. Really appreciate you guys all being here every week, tuning in. So thank you. But as always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.